Philip. Now, Philip, let's talk about this. First of all, a lot of people are afraid of snakes because when they were growing up, they were taught that the only good snake is a... Who said dead snake? Someone jumped right out there. Who said it? Yeah. Guess what? A lot of adults were taught that when they were growing up, and some adults even teach their children that. But is it true? No. And here's why. Snakes are the #1 predators on the planet of rodents like rats and mice. Do we want to eat rats and mice? No. Why should we care about what snakes eat? Because rats and mice are herbivores that eat plants like farmers' crops. Do you like to eat food?
Oh, yeah.
So do I. Guess what? If you like to eat food, you better learn to love snakes. That's why they have no legs, so they can squeeze down to the tiny little places where rodents are hiding. Now, of course, where this snake is from, the Burmese python is the 3rd largest species of snake in the world. This one is not done growing. She's 8 feet long and weighs 45 pounds. One day, she can reach a length of over 20 feet and weigh over 200 pounds. And she hunts and eats, not people. Please do not believe everything you've ever heard about pythons that you get from the internet or the news. Yeah. Believe it or not, sometimes the news, they don't do their research either. Yeah, how many of you have heard that the reason there's pythons living in the Everglades is because people turn them loose as pets?
We've heard that.
That's not why pythons are living in the Everglades. The reason pythons are out there in the Everglades is because of a little hurricane called Andrew and destroyed a facility that was housing a whole bunch of large constrictors and released them all into the same place all at once out in the wild. Yeah, because if I just take and put this Burmese python out in the middle of the Everglades, the chances of it finding another one and having young are almost impossible, right? You put 800 pythons in the same place, they will be able to succeed. Now, this snake right here, well, they are built not for eating people, they hunt and eat plant-eating animals. And one day she'll be eating things like small deer that also live in the rainforest where she lives. Yep, that's her job. Now, that is something that this snake does that's important. And guess what? Some people could care less because they can't stand the way a snake looks. They think if you touch a snake, you would feel all wet and slimy. Well, at the end of the show, I will give you all a chance to see what Nastasha feels like. Now, does she feel wet and slimy or kind of soft and dry? Soft and dry, right? Yeah, the reason a snake looks shiny is every time a snake eats, they grow. Whenever they grow, they get too big and something happens to their old skin, they will shed. So they're always getting brand new skin. That's why they look shiny. Now, normally, this is where I try and have you hold on to her. But I don't know if you feel comfortable with that because she is kind of holding on kind of tight today. Would you like to try and hold on to her? All right, here. I'm going to try and loosen her up here. Get her out there. Here, I'm going to stretch her out a little bit here for you. Turn her this way. And here, hold on to that like that. Here, just kind of slide that up over there. Yeah, because here, hold on to that. Here, hold on to this part right there with your other hand. Perfectly. That looks safe, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, yes, it looks perfectly safe. What? You okay? Okay. You doing good? Here, all you have to do is hold on to that tail, hold on to it, and breathe in and breathe out. That's all you have to do. Got it? All right, good. Now, where was I? Oh, now I remember. The last thing people tell me they don't like about snakes, well, if they're venomous or not. That's what they're worried about, right? Is this a venomous snake? No, she is not a venomous snake. And here's the thing. Venomous snakes are not bad snakes. You doing all right? You can stand up. You don't have to bend over. There you go. Yeah. Venomous snakes are not mean snakes. Venomous snakes are snakes you don't want to ever touch or pick up. And you don't want them living anywhere near your house either, right? Yeah, venomous snakes are not bad snakes. They do the same job. They just have venom as a tool to help them catch and kill their prey. This snake has no venom. And the easiest way to tell is not by the shape of the head, the shape of the eyes, or a poem. Yeah, and it's not by the color either. No? Yeah. By the way, that is a public service announcement for you native Texans. 3 things does not make you a snake expert, all right? This snake, though, has no venom, and the easiest way to tell is by her name. Pythons. Pythons have no venom. Yeah. Instead, when a python catches their prey, do you know what they'll do to it before they eat it? They'll squeeze it to... Yeah, wait a second. Do you think she's going to squeeze one of us and eat us? Does anyone want to see her try? Yes. Thanks a lot, guys. Do you know what? Even if you wanted to see the snake try and squeeze and eat one of us, she wouldn't do it. Because snakes Well, they don't squeeze for fun. They squeeze if they're trying to eat something. Well, we're too big to eat. Snakes have to swallow everything whole. Oh, and they do squeeze for one other reason. Do you know what that other reason is? To help them hold on to the, look, Mom, no hands, trees. We're pretty well attached to her now, aren't we? And I'm pretty sure you let go of the tail at some point, didn't you? That's why you don't let go of the tail. Because if you let go of the tail, Nastasha will hold on to whatever she wants to. Yes, which right now, it's behind you there. What do you think? Can you get out of that? Here's how you do it. You twist and turn. There you go. That move will help you get into the NFL as a defensive end as well. Big round of applause. You did an awesome job. Thank you, sir. Now, for as many of you that were getting very nervous when all that was going on, I am always paying attention. She is not holding on that tight. Believe it or not, she was barely holding on to him. Barely. Yeah, because she's not afraid of us and she knows she can't eat us. Imagine what this snake could do if she didn't like you or if she were trying to eat you. Well, this might give you an idea. When a 200-pound Burmese python starts to constrict its prey, right? If it wraps around the neck, it's going to cut off your airway. That's obvious. But you know, they can also keep you from breathing by wrapping around your chest. How tight can they squeeze? They say that when they squeeze as tight as they can, it's equal to putting a school bus on top of your chest and then having to try to breathe. Yeah, that's how powerful these snakes are. Which means there are a lot of people that are afraid of them, but not me. I have great respect for even animals that seem big and scary. And that's what I want to pass on to all of you. See, every single animal has a niche, a role, or a job. And if more people learn good things about animals, well, then they want to do things to help protect animals and the places that they live. Now, we're going to do a couple things here at the end of the program. Number one, you will all have a chance to touch if you want to. It's optional, okay? Yeah, and because we have a pretty good-sized group here, Thank you, Batman. What's that? Oh, no, those aren't claws. Those are called vestigial legs. Vestigial is a fancy word for useless. Yeah. Did you know that snakes have remnants of legs? Yeah, her body temperature is the same temperature as this room. That's why she feels cold to us. Snakes are cold-blooded. It doesn't mean they're cold all the time. If I took her outside for just a little bit, her body would get to be the same temperature as it is outside. Yep. Yeah, she could get too hot, especially if she was out in the sun and she couldn't find shade. You normally never see snakes out in the middle of like the bright lights and sunlight and everything in the summer, right? If you come across snakes in Texas in the summer, usually it's